All right, so getting back to another one of the original oldies, Seek Up, awesome, fun song to play along with, and especially we can add all the kind of the little jam parts they do. Of course, they do it differently every year, I think, but but I'll try and add in a few different things here towards the end that I've the ways that I've seen them play it and different things that I've heard. So pretty straightforward song. It's a good intermediate song, I think. There's a little bit of picking, a little bit of stretches, but you know, there's still some basic A, B, G chords that are thrown in here. So the intro, before the singing actually comes in, you're just going to be ring finger on A string 12, forefinger is going to be here on the D string 10, and then we'll be putting our pinky down on the 12th string on the D string, or I'm sorry, on the 12th fret on the D string here a little bit, and I'll show you how it goes. That's when you put that pinky down, okay? So that's I'll let you watch the picking here. That's on the A string. That's on the D string. Back to the A. And then we put our pinky down there on the D. Okay, and that is the the basic strumming pattern that you're going to also have through the verse. But before we get into the verse, I'm going to go to the part where he says, fall back again. Okay, what we're going to do right there, a little bit of a stretch for you, but we're on the second chord, but on this first one, we're just going to be on the E string 6th fret. We're going to be on the G string 7th fret, so fall, and then keep that middle finger there on the G string 7th fret. Forefinger is going to be D string, keep it on the G string 7th fret, forefinger is going to be on the D string 5th fret. Stretch that ring finger up here to the E string 8th fret. And that's when he says back. So fall, back, again. Again, same strums. And what we're on is the E string 10th fret, the A string 8th fret, and our forefingers down here on the G string, but we're on the 7th fret. So those first few little picks right there are between the E and the A, and then as I pluck down on that last one, I'm hitting more of the D and the G string where your forefinger is right there, okay? And if you listen to the Live at Luther College version, you can tell he plays that pretty open. There's not much muting going on down here as there is really. He has a little bit more of a palm mute right here. And on this one he's playing in. Still a little tiny bit of muting up here, a little closer to the bridge up here. And but still a little bit of muting, but it's a little more open. So just kind of listen for that sound, okay? And then as we're going through the verse, you're gonna hit that, you're gonna go through that little sequence here 4 times. You're gonna go back to this when we said fall back, it's this chord again, okay? 8th, 7th, and the 5th, okay? And that's like when he says, I'm not going to change my ways just to please you or appease you. Look at this crowd, 5 billion proud, 6 billion. To punch it out, right, wrong, weak, strong, ashes to ashes all fall down. Okay, so when he goes, after you go through this the first time, you're going to come back up here, you're going to go through this 6 times, and then on the 7th, you're gonna come down here, and the 8th, and then come back and start back over. 2, 3, and do that 6 times. 7th and the 8th are down here. Okay, hopefully that makes a little sense to you. So now we'll jump into the chorus, which is pretty basic. We're gonna be on just an A, and then we're gonna go to a B, and just traditional G. Typically, I like to take don't put both fingers on the B and the E string. Dave Matthews typically likes to play the G like that, and just kind of has that more, just a more kind of a powerful sound to it. So we're gonna go from the A to the B to that G, back to the A again. Okay, and you're gonna stay on that A. So it goes A, B, G, A, B, G, A. Okay, and the strumming on this is when he says you seek up an emotion and your cup is overflowing. And then when he says, but the devil's not going, ha ha, ha ha, you're gonna be on that B, ha ha. And then it goes, you just climb up from that B. So from that B, I'm climbing up on the E string, 3, 5, 8, 10. And you're going straight back into that verse, okay? All right, and that's pretty much the singing lyrical part of the song. When they get into a lot of the instrumental stuff on the jams that they do live, he messes around with a few different things that I've seen him do. I've seen him, go back into, which they'll do pretty much every time they play it. He'll go back into that. And kind of messes around with a few things right there when Boyd's playing, and then he kind of goes into that like yelling section where he's just kind of screaming, which sounds awesome. And then he's messing around, like I said, with a lot of things down here. What I've seen him do a lot, I saw him do it at Red Rocks in 04. They're staying here, and I won't hit this perfectly, but you can watch it and get an idea of what they're doing. They'll go. And what they're doing with that little chord right there, we're going to be on the A string and the D string on the 10th fret, and then we'll bring our middle finger to the 9th fret on the G, and our forefinger is going to be over here on the 8th fret B string. And just hit those 4 strings. You're not hitting either one of the E's, okay? Just A, D, G, B. And then we're just going to put our forefinger on the 8th fret A string, 10th fret D and G strings. So we'll go. And then another version that I've seen them do a little bit more recently that I was playing when I began this, before I started talking on this tutorial. You're just going 12, 10, 12. And then going. And like I said, that's just kind of just a very broad explanation of a couple of the different ways that they've done it. I'm sure you can find 100 different ways they've done it. He just tends to always kind of go back to that. Just does it a few different ways. So, anyways, hopefully this was a little helpful to you, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.